So what is up, everybody? How are we doing today? I'm going to show you something different, instead of fighting with the usual passport bros, okay? So what we usually do in Colombia, not all of us, because remember, Colombia is not a homogeneous country. Each region is very separate, different cultures and different ways of eating. What I eat may not be what's proper in the coast. What is proper in the coast may not be what's proper by the Amazonian region. However, one thing that us people from the interior, from the mountainous regions like to do, is we like to eat bananas with our soups. Okay, so what I'm going to do with the chicken soup that I have here, I'm going to take this banana and I'm going to cut it into little pieces and put it in the soup. And some North Americans and Europeans may find this weird, but I'm going to explain to you why. The thing is that Colombians like to play with different flavors, and the flavor can change while you're eating. So while you might take the soup, which is supposed to be salty, you'll find that it will change suddenly into something sweet, which is something that some of us like to do. But once again, remember, what is good or considered okay in one region of Colombia may not be considered okay. For example, when I used to date my ex-girlfriend in the coast, one thing that they do that I do not like is that they like to boil the yuca and eat it for breakfast with suero. Suero is basically, I would say, is literally yogurt.
This is suero costeño at home. I am tired of not having suero in the States, so I decided to make it for my favorite Colombian food series. We're gonna add the milk, add your vinegar to it, mix it around on medium heat. Once it starts separating, you're like, okay, and go ahead and add it in there. Add some salt to taste. You guys, after that, this is where you gotta be really careful. Make sure when adding your milk, you add a little splash, mix it, and then if you want more, you can add it. You don't.
So what they do is whatever they'll curdle the milk, and whatever is the top part of the milk, they'll turn it into a type of yogurt, which they like to put it on their empanadas, which is their pastries. Well, beef pastries. They like to put it on their meat. Sometimes they like to put it on their barbecue, and they like to put it on the yuca, which is the cassava, for breakfast. Personally, it's too starchy for me, and I can't eat it like that in the morning. Of course, they'll give it to me with eggs and stuff like that. However, as Colombians from the central region, I don't like to put suero in the empanadas. It's because I'm used to having something called ají.
Let's make Colombian ají. You can find a recipe in the caption. This goes great with everything from empanadas to beans and so much more. Make sure you use fresh ingredients for the best quality. It is super easy to make, and it lasts for a couple days in the fridge.
The seed, so it's not too hot. Diced up tomatoes, a whole bunch of things, a little bit of vinegar, and that's what we like to eat, So now you have, as you can see, I have my bananas in my meal. So you may think it's weird, but you might give it a try. Some may like it, some may not.